Hi everyone, this is BRIO Boy 2009, coming at you with a whole lot of King's Hawaiian sweet bread rolls. I'm just kidding. In this box is anything but bread rolls. This is in fact my second big haul of vintage BRIOs. And boy am I excited to see what's in store and show you all what I have in store. Just a little bit of unboxing shots to start out the video, if you will. And speaking of unboxing, all of these BRIOs are in fact in their original packaging. So that only increases their value, if you will. Here up front we've got a whole lot of paper. Won't be needing this anymore. Oh boy, I can already see the BRIOs inside. They're all covered with bubble wrap. And I'll get them out one by one. These are all vintage BRIOs. So mind you, most of these have been out of production for quite a long time. Jeez, I did not mean to do that. Come on, get out. Even worse than the Marklins. So, this first train is the Freight Express, the train that's always happy to carry the load. The box can, in fact, be open. And I'll talk you through what it comes with. I'll open up just a few of these. I'll do the actual reviews in separate videos on the YouTube channel. So it's got a locomotive and 3 cargo cars. One of these is a tipping car. The other one is a box car, and we also have a tank car. I'll adjust my seat a little bit here. Alright, that should be good. So the Freight Express has been out of production very recently. As a matter of fact, they've continued to produce it up until the late 2010s or something, or early 2010s. They only very recently stopped producing it. Sometime in the 2010s, of course, but before 2016 or 2017 or something like that. This next one is the Light and Sound Timber Train, which I am pretty excited about myself. So here is the Light and Sound Timber Train. So it's got 2 freight cars with loads of logs and a cute little locomotive, which is number 1, like Thomas, or in this case, like Betsy. And Betsy is in fact a logging locomotive, or at least she was in the start of her years on the FCNA, if you will. The engine does not seem to have any batteries. And I have no idea what kinds of batteries the, oh, it takes button cell batteries, apparently. So, yeah, I wonder how that's gonna go for me. The next train is, jokingly enough, Grandpa Pig's train from Peppa Pig. I'm just joking. It does have the same color palette of Grandpa's little train. It is the countryside train, which carries hay for all the animals in rail cars that would normally carry the animals themselves. So yeah, there's the countryside train. It is a really cute little locomotive that's included with, camera reflection. Wasn't expecting that. What else? Ooh, here's an interesting one. Not really that used to bubble wrap here, folks. Like I said, I'm not going to be unboxing these. I'm just going to be telling you what they are and what exactly is in them. This just so happens to be a pack of 4 long straight tracks. Straight ahead, as they say. These will be very handy when building my sections. My rail yards, if you will. And speaking of the rail yards, here's something else that'll come in handy. These switching tracks, or as I like to call them, the IKEA switches. These are frequently produced in IKEA's Lillebo range, so they're quite famous for that. This next one's a pretty big one. It is an engine shed. And the engine shed, coincidentally, does have an IKEA switch included with it. After a full day on the track, you can treat your engines to some rest and relaxations in this sturdy shed for a guaranteed night's sleep. Let's take a nap, it says here. Yeah, how about getting some service and lubricating them axle bearings, huh? Yeah. Up next, we have some pretty interesting finds in the lot. Some of BRIO's vintage double track. This has been out of production for God knows how long. This is a switch here. And this is a set of straight tracks. Straight tracks, just like the ones one of my favorite BRIO YouTubers, My BRIO Adventure, uses. Speaking of which, if you're watching this, thank you for inspiring me to pursue my BRIO dreams. Here we have some super supports to give our railway the best support possible. Built-in anti-slip strips hold the tracks in place. It seems like they are super after all. Now here's something that's not so super, alongside the fact that it's meant to extend your railway by that much. Some short straight tracks. And it does mention on the back, it is the original wooden railway since 1958. Just this past year, the BRIO Wooden Railway celebrated its 65th anniversary with a commemorative train set, which I do own. I'll link the video to the description if you want to see that. Next up, we have a couple of standalone train cars, none of which I will take out of their boxes for the time being. This here is a tipping wagon, just like the one in the Freight Express. Green supports and a red dump bed. And what did the one on the Freight Express look like? Oh, yellow supports and a green dump bed was the one on the Freight Express. kudos to whoever packed these BRIOs. You did a real good job with the BRIO packing. Though you should know, these things are made to hold on for dear life. This here is and I don't want to get a copyright infringement, but this is a Shell Oil tank car. I have no idea how that's going to go. Here we have a railroad car that is very similar to the tipping car, but is in fact not for tipping loads, but for tipping liquids. This here is a concrete tipping car. Honestly, kind of surprised it doesn't come with any loads. Throw this onto the floor. We'll clean that up a little bit later. BRIO is very much known for their wooden train sets, but here's something that's not a train, a city bus. It does have the rugged tires there, so that it looks more like a car than a train made to simply look like a car. And here we have another tipping wagon. Only thing is, this one is much bigger. And it's got a load that is black, which either means it could be option A, coal, or option B, a black container. Speaking of coal, I've got a video on a very rare BRIO train set that you guys, I'm sure you'll like. I'll give you a hint as to what the set is. I believe it was discontinued in 2018 and has pieces unique to that set. If anybody can guess what that set is, put it in the comments, and the first one to get it right gets pinned. So here is the car transporter. This will go great with my parking garage, which I still haven't put out the video for some reason. Yeah, these will also double as stress balls. And here we have some large loads. Not necessarily large, they're the same size as all the other loads. Includes 3 wooden magnetic loads. I'll just have to find some cars to put those in. Speaking of cars, the kind that run on roads, not the kind that is meant to be pulled by locomotives, here we have a very incorrectly named tractor trailer. This is, in fact, a truck. It's just a truck. A tractor trailer is the kind that is often referred to as an 18-wheeler here in America. Put it in front of here. But hey, I don't blame BRIO. I love BRIO and their products. As Pee-wee would say, not gonna marry them, though. And here we have one of my favorites, to be honest, a trusty tractor. Got real big tractor tires on the back, and a farmer in green in the driver's seat. We'll see how trusty this tractor really is when we put it to work on the Brioville farm. And just in case, at the Brioville farm, just in case there ever arises a barn fire, we have the fast fire engine, which does include a fireman. Or should I say a firefighter, because here a fireman is the guy that shovels coal into the locomotive's firebox. I'm assuming the ladder works as well, too. Here at the back, we just have some standalone vehicles and train cars. I'll just get those all out so that you guys can see them. This here is a delivery van. The description for it reads, set up your own city scene. Yep, I think it'll take much more than just a city, than just a delivery van to set up a city scene. Perhaps look into this, this one thing called BRIO Scandatoy Wooden Miniature Railway. Oh, sorry. Anyway, this monster that just popped out is the Trusty Tow Car, which is, its description reads, attach the tow, crank, and go. This will be part of 413's work train on the Brioville WoW Toys. And for this next one, I'd like to open this one with a quote from The Alphabet Adventure with Alice and Sean the Train. You know, Sean, your wagon for the letter M reminds me of a cow. What could we possibly put in there? Milk, of course. And this is the Milk Wagon, which has a removable dairy tank. Gotta get that small dose of vitamin D, if you will. Keeps us healthy and strong, just as Brios are very strong and durable. Here we have a tall tree set. This includes 4 trees and is intended to, quote, create your own playscapes, unquote. And I don't see anything else inside the box. So we'll just open up the last one here. And that, of course, is a school bus. Funny thing is, the last train lot that I opened just so happened to include 3 of these school buses, none of which were in their original packaging. But this one is, and thus I now own 4. Well, that's everything there is. That's the whole lot, lock, stock, and barrel, engine and rolling stock, flags, signals, stations, and miscellaneous vehicles. That's my whole lot. I'll see you down the line on Brio Boy 2009. That'll about wrap things up. And remember, keep your friends close and your trains closer.